It is Monday. It is the Beercast. We're jazzing it up in here. I know it's Monday and it's a weird time. It's a weird day and a weird time to have a Beercast. But usually I like to do on Thursday because Thursday I think is the best day to, need a pick-me-up, to need some company. And especially since it's just before Friday, and Friday's the last day. You don't need any help there. Well, I would say that probably the second down from that, the day that you need kind of help being cheered up on would be Monday. So, but sorry for the little change. Don't worry, it's only temporary. We're going to go back to the normal time and day next show. So, and hopefully from then on, unless things go all, bugget and break and weird, and then I have to go, Monday, oh crap, and then we'll do it on Monday. But hopefully that won't happen too often. Derpy Husky Roo says, hi, bird. Hi, Derpy Husky Roo. How you all doing today? Now, I have had quite the interesting last week and a half. I'm going to tell you guys about that. I'm hopefully going to hear from you guys and hear how your time has been spent since we last talked. I noticed there's a few new people in the chat, in the stream, and that is very cool. For people who've just come in and haven't watched the show before, this is kind of on a different stream. It's in a different channel in a different place because my To the Ranting Griffin channel is all about the character. It's about the character To the Ranting Griffin. And so, and he, as a character, he's usually angry, frustrated, filled with a sense of justice. And he needs to have justice with words. Even if he's playing video games or whatever, he's going to justice with words. And this over here is a little different. This is me not playing a character. This is me being Matthew W. Davis II. Actually, no, I added that. I don't even know why I did. And not playing a character. I want to do a show that is filled with positive news and just, mainly I want to hang out with you guys. There's a lot of people that want to hang out with me, and I want to hang out with you guys. I don't have a lot of chance to do that, especially during, live stand-up shows or at conventions because I'm so busy running around. So this is kind of my hangout time, the time that I can hang out with you guys. And, yes, hi. Yes, welcome to the Beercast. You do understand that just by altering one little letter, it does become the Beercast. I don't think I haven't considered actually taking that little R and sliding it over and making it the Beercast. I don't know. That may even happen. Who knows? Derpy Husky Roo says he has a doctor in comedy. Boy, if only there was such a thing. I would do that. I would totally go and, well, I wouldn't need it now because I've already had a career in comedy. So, Gun Lover says, hey, to any chance of 2 showing up and trolling you again? Probably not on this show, but I think he might be trolling me in spirit. We'll see. And the reason why is because you guys remember the travesty that happened on the last show with the beer that I let him choose and bring me. Well, like an idiot, I let him pick the beer again. I'm giving him one more chance. He picked the beer, and it's called Hoppy Stupid. And if he makes my face cave in with the beer again, then I'm going to drag him out on this show live in front of all of you on the next show, and I'm going to spank him on his little bunny butt. I'm going to do it. I will. So, that's what will happen. Here we are. I was about to say something, then I got kind of started up about it. I've been trying to reduce the amount of subjects that I talk about here because I want more of you guys. I want to look down here in the channel and see what you guys want to talk about. And every time I do it, I try to reduce the amount of things that I know that I want to talk about. I still run out of time, so I've kind of minimized it as much as I can. Is there a cork in it? T-Mac says, is there a cork in it? I hope not. There better not be. I don't want to go. Well, actually, it doesn't matter because I now have a corkscrew sitting here ready just in case. I'm not going to let that happen again. That will not happen again. The whole corkscrew issue, oh my God. So, it's getting snowy outside. There's been some snow. Even we've had some snow. Some of you may know that because Toast Rabbit already wrecked his. Well, he didn't wreck his car. He slid at 5 miles an hour into a curb and cracked the rim on his tire. Although he's been on Twitter all day talking about the major accident he was in. No, not really. Yeah. But, so yeah, we've had snow. And you know what snow means. It's getting that time of year where we get to be all blustery and sugar plums dancing around in our head. And we start to think about Santa Claus and elves and reindeer. Furries think of reindeers probably more often than most people, but we get to do it extra now. Nothing wrong with that. And Christmas is coming. Christmas is on the way. And I don't know about you guys, but a lot of people do this differently. When I was growing up and celebrated Christmas, we always did it to where we would open presents on Christmas Eve, on the evening of Christmas Eve. We'd have all the presents under the tree, right? And I know some people wait until Christmas morning to open all their presents. Some people wait until Christmas morning before there's even presents under the tree. We all put our presents under the tree and let them sit there just because that is child torture. And they know that, too. Presents sitting under the tree for a month, child torture. Because you get to look at them every day and go, what's in the damn things? I want my presents. And then finally get to open them on, we got to open ours on Christmas, the night of Christmas Eve, before Christmas Day. And then, overnight, Santa Claus would come and leave a few more things that we'd wake up and find around the house or under the tree or something like that. And that's the way we did it as a family. How do you guys do it? How does your family celebrate Christmas? Do they do it all on Christmas Eve, or do they do it all on Christmas Day, or is there a Santa Claus at all? Who knows? However you guys do it, it's coming up. And I actually got to have a really unique experience here just recently. I have a friend named Randy. And Rap Talks says, I usually just watch Gremlins for Christmas. It's my favorite Christmas movie. You know, it's been like years since I've seen that film. Was it a Christmas film? Was it? I can't remember. All I remember is that you don't feed him after midnight and you don't let him get in any water. And and the idiot did. You had 2 jobs. You know, he did it anyway, and then everything went crazy. It's been a long time. Gun Lover, I'm in Florida. What is this odd snow stuff you speak of? Is it purple? Can I make money off? Wouldn't it be awesome if snow was purple? Oh my God. I think I would like. I don't like snow. I don't like it. It's boring. It's cold. It's liquid pain, or it's just powdered pain is all it is. And people are like, I love snow. Well, then why aren't you out there rolling around naked in it? You don't love snow. You don't love it at all. You love being inside looking out the window at snow. That's not loving snow. That's love being away from the snow. Nope. So, yeah. Anyway, back to Randy. Randy is, he is the state director of Colorado for the American Atheist Association. And American Atheists put these billboards, a couple of them around Colorado Springs, and they have a picture of Santa Claus on them. And it says, go ahead and skip church. Just be good for goodness sake. real clever, right? Well, controversy, of course, because you've got some different ideologies going on there, and so they wanted to interview him about it since he is Colorado State Director, and I got to go. I got to go with him. I got to work with him, and we got to figure out what to say and what not to say, and how to, because I'm pretty versed in talking to the media, and so we got to talk about it and discuss it out, and I got to go to the shoot and actually stand back there and watch the whole thing happen. It was really cool. It was really neat. The way I don't celebrate Christmas anymore, and that's just a personal thing for me. And I think it has more to do with the idea that, I don't know, I don't think that, and I've mentioned this in a rant before, I don't think that there should just be one day for people to be nice to each other. I think it should be all the time. And I mean, it's not bad that there is one day to focus on it. That's not bad. Nothing wrong with Christmas, by the way. But I don't know. I think when there's one day that people set to give gifts or to, be kind to strangers or to feed homeless people, then they kind of just focus on that one day instead of just doing it all the time. So I don't really celebrate Christmas. I try to be that person. I try to be I try to have that kind of thing all the time. And I don't know. That's just my own opinion of it. Anyway, what do you guys think? That's it. I've decided that's all I'm going to talk about at this point. That's the only thing I'm going to bring up until the break, which is another 7-8 minutes away. And I want to talk with you guys. Tony Ringtail. Hey, Tony, how's it going? Hey, do griffins find it easier to hunt for little children in the snow? They are not nearly as camouflaged in the snow, and they do leave a trail. So they are a bit easier to spot, especially in the bright colors they wear, with the bright blue coats and things like that. So if you see this trail of footprints leading to this bright blob of colors, that's usually a good nom. And we will come down and go snatch it. And then we will take it to our nest, and then we will go hum num num. And we will usually drag the child through a few, fields of herbs first. I personally prefer, dill. So if I know a couple of dill fields around here, and you just drag them through that, spices them up real good. And, then you can have, dill and lemon child when you get back. Well, I'm terrible right now. You guys, I'm not supposed to go into my character. I'm not supposed to go into To the Ranting Griffin, but you guys are making me go into To the Ranting Griffin mode and say terrible things. Stryker says, I don't really celebrate Christmas much either for the same reason. Right with you there, too. Yeah. Neat idea. I mean, I used to refuse gifts on Christmas. But I don't do that anymore because I found out it was almost like saying I'm anti-Christmas, which I'm not. I'm not anti-Christmas. I just think it should be Christmas every day. I think people shouldn't just focus. Okay, as long as I can get through this one day of kindness, then I can be a douchebag for the rest of the year. I wish that didn't happen. Every day, Christmas every day, all of the time, all of the Christmas, all of it. I just invented karate. That's what it was. Hang on. There we go. Now I can see it. Tony, too, were you serious about wanting to spend a month being blind and having a cane like me? If so, I have a surprise when I see you. Yes. I would absolutely love to spend, well, I don't think I'd love it. I don't think I'd like it at all. But I think it would be something that I would want to have as part of my life experience. Having to actually be blind for a month, completely, no cheating, and learn how to get around. At this point, I don't know if I'd be able to do that. Because, well, as I'll tell you later, I I right now have a lot of work to do. I'm happy to do it, but man, I'm working a 60 or more hour job a week now. So, I don't know if I'd be able to do it, but before I die, I want that experience. I want to cover up my eyes for a month, get a cane, and try to figure it out because I want to be able to know what that's like. I want that experience. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Says Dr. Jace. My favorite Christmas movie is Scrooged. Bill Murray, Scrooged. That is absolutely my favorite Christmas. I don't like a lot of Christmas movies because usually they're all, feely and touchy and they're too cheesy usually. But Scrooged, no, I like that one. That is my favorite. That was like Bill Murray at his peak, if you guys know who that is. So Lazarus said, "Did you record your I quit moment?" No, I didn't record that. And mainly because there were people saying, "Hey, look, don't burn any bridges, don't be a douchebag." And honestly, I don't dislike the people that I'm having to work with. Well, had to work with. I don't dislike them. They weren't bad people, so I'm not gonna be mean to them because hey, they helped. They helped pay bills and sustain, or at least the company did. And so, I'm not going to be mean to them. I thought maybe it was, it would be a fun thought, but I'm not actually going to go in there and just like be a douche because they weren't bad to me. They were nice. Oh, a lot of people like Scrooge. Cool. Oh, 8-Bit Hyena says, I just watched Scrooge today. I want to watch it. Now I want to watch it. I think I have it on DVD, which is kind of behind the times now, which is weird because now it's all digital. Nobody has DVDs anymore. It's all on a freaking hard drive somewhere. Let's see. I want to quit my jobs right now, says Ryan the Bear. Jobs. Yeah, times is hard. No, I mean, seriously, I'm not making fun of you. Times is hard when I know so many people who have jobs with an S. What the hell is that? Used to be you could, when I was growing up, you could have one family member, usually the father, working one job, and that could easily sustain the whole family, pay all the bills, buy all the food and everything. Derpy says, hey, two, how you liking your new job? It always has been the best job that I've ever had. And at this point, now that I can just concentrate on it and do it full time, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I would never want to do anything else. In fact, even if the Patreon didn't happen, I would still be trying to work another job and still be trying to do this job at the same time. That's how awesome I love my job. Well, this job. You guys have got hey, too, you're going to do a holiday rant this year. No, probably not a holiday rant. But there are new rants coming up, and I'm going to tell you guys about a little bit about what those are coming up after the break. After the break, we're going to introduce the beer. I'm going to talk about the Patreon, obviously. Got to talk about that. And I'm going to get to hang out with you guys. Which I love doing. This is one of my favorite times of all of it, is just getting to hang out with you guys and talk to you guys. Wish I had a job to quit, says Silent Paw. Well, be careful what you wish for. You may get that. I started winding this up a little early. I actually have just a few seconds left before the break. But, wait. Full-time manager, part-time programmer. That's a lot of work. In any case, I'm going to leave you with some of your photographs, a little bit of a break, do a couple things, get the beer. I'll see you in a minute. You're right, I was muted. Thank you very much for that. Holy crap, I forgot to unmute that. Good catch. Thank you. But anyway, what I was doing this about was that yeah, I did put that train in there for Jonathan because he is the train guy. And we've come to know him in the channel as he's the train guy. He loves trains. And one thing I love about this channel so far, and I was hoping this would happen, is that I'm starting to get to know you guys individually. And I wanted that. I want to be able to hang out with you guys and be able to know you guys personally, individually, and train. We got train guy. Train guy is Jonathan. We love train guy. Train guy is there. He's always train guy. Anyway, and there's still, see, I have to pay attention to this because you guys are still saying I'm mute, but I know there's a delay. So I'm hoping that I'm not mute anymore. I can see the thing going through. I did mute it, and then I forgot to unmute it. I'm sorry. Okay, I died. That's one die. I gotta have at least a couple of dies on every show. Anyway, this week's beer that was chosen once again by Toast the Rabbit is called Hop Stupid. There you go. Hop Stupid. I'm sure he chose it because he's a bunny and he loves to hop. Oh dear. Okay. Let's try out this. This is find out what this is. God. See, I need bifocals. I hate this. I need bifocals. These are my normal glasses. I need bifocals because I can't read. Oh boy, this stuff has some juice in it. It's 8%. It is a It is a California. Huh? Yeah, brewed in California. So it's an American beer. Here we go. Somebody in there, I saw that. Can't be worse than the carrot beer. I don't know. Oh. Hope. Okay, the carrot beer was far worse than this. This is just an extremely, for beer guys out there who know what beer is, and I figured this, it's just extremely hops. There's very, very a lot of hops in here. It's quite bitter. It sticks in the back of your throat, but it's not totally unpleasant. It's almost like kind of coffee. When you get used to drinking coffee and you get that good, dark, deep, kind of bittery flavor that's sort of rich and full. So it's, Oh, it does have a lot of flavor. And it's not bad. It's not bad flavor. It's just tastes something like it almost tastes like Arrogant Bastard Ale, which is pretty good. I like it. So, you know what? Kudos to Toast. He didn't do so bad this time. Thank you. Thank you for protecting me, Great Giraffe. I needed his protection for this beer. Bree! Oh, it's a real Beercast now. Holy crap. So, here we go. The reason that, obviously, and I've talked about this in the last few shows, my Patreon is now, it's been launched. It is launched now. And the reason that this California beer is the best beer, that says Lava, German beer for me. German beer. Actually, there are some American beers that I hold up to about German standards, and they're all ambers. I love amber beers. Those are my favorite ever. Either way, back to the Patreon. Been talking about it. It did get launched, and I really got slammed big time because that's the reason the Patreon is late, because launched the Beercast, and I'm thinking here, okay, gonna start promoting this, gathering some people, maybe get some Patreons, a couple of people doing it, and I get $300-400 a month maybe, and I'll do that, and that'll really help. That'll really help in our finances, and then I can start making more videos and actually doing less work. Maybe go to a part-time, thing on the side and do this part-time, and that way I can make more videos. And as it snowballs, hopefully it snowballs, then get up a little bit more. I can start doing it full time, and I can start preparing and ramping up to make a video every day and stuff. And it didn't happen that way. I dropped the Patreon. I launched it, and within 48 hours, 2 of the first goals were already, and I'm like, oh. So I had to go, and I had to, say, hey, be patient with me, because I didn't expect this fast. Give me time to kind of roll into this so I can start doing what I promised I was going to do. And everybody's been so nice about it. Everybody's been so patient. They've been like, oh, no, take all the time you need. We understand. Just do what you do. Just go ahead. Here's some money. Do what you do. And I am absolutely, I'm absolutely floored. I've been totally floored by this. I am now, thanks to you guys, a professional YouTuber. I get to professionally I get to wake up in the morning now, and I open my eyes, and I think about, I don't think about, okay, I need some coffee, and I need to make some eggs, and then I need to go and do some menial shit that means nothing to me or anyone else. I get to wake up and go, okay, what project am I going to do today? Or, continue from yesterday. And I get to do projects that I hope, at least I do hope in the end, is going to go boom and directly make people happy. It's going to make them think, and it's going to make them happy. And I get to do that. I get to work directly for people who want to see it. It's cutting out all the middlemen. You know what I mean? There's no entertainment, company here between you and I. It's you guys and me. And you guys are now my boss, and you guys say, here, we'll pay you. Do the thing you do. And I go, okay, I will do the thing that I do. And I get up and I go, and I bird all over the place in the studio, and I make stuff. And hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys have been enjoying the gameplay videos, the Ethan Carter. Actually, look out, because Wednesday, the games are going to start getting varied. There's going to be other gaming videos, and they're going to be of different games. And during that, I am actually beginning to write new rants, and I'm going to tell you for the first time here. I know the first 3 subjects I'm going to tackle in my rants. The first one is social justice. Second one is going to be safe spacers. And the third one is going to be neo-feminism. Those are the first three things I'm going to rant about. And then somebody had this great idea that I should take some of my older rants and kind of update them and redo them in video. I thought that was a good idea. So I'm going to be doing that as well. But that is going to be what's coming up here pretty soon. And there's going to be some other stuff. But I'll talk about that later. You'll see it soon enough. Anyway, that's it. Patreon is launched. I wanted to talk briefly about, 2, your humbleness is why I think you're a success. You're not a dick. Gun lover, you may be the first person to tell me that I'm not a dick. That's what I'm known for as well. That's what my character is. But you know what I mean. I'm known for being a dick. That's what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how that happened to me, but that's my whole thing. Hang on a second. We pay you to make the noise from your face. Oh boy. I tell you what. I'm gonna drop the actual because you brought this up. I'm gonna drop the actual subject that I had here to talk about. Maybe I'll mention it later. but from my face. You notice I always say that. Blah, blah, blah from my face. Some people know where this comes from. It's from a nightmare. I dreamed that I was in this basement, and there was a party going on, and it was just a stuffed, crowded, like packed in like sardines basement, and there was loud music playing, and I was looking for someone, and I kept going around, and I'm shoving my way through the people. I don't know any of them, and I'm like, "Where's dude?" And they're like, "He's over there." Where's the? Okay, fine. I pushed through, and finally it's like, "Where's the guy?" He's through that door. So there's one door in this entire massive basement. This is my dream, and it's this brown painted door, and it's kind of creepy looking. And so I reach out and I open the door, and I close it behind me, and I turn around, and there's this enormous box with a spring and a huge jack-in-the-box head on it. The head is turned the other way. It's turned away from me. That's all that's in the room. And the dream suddenly gets really spooky. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? The jack-in-the-box head turns around, and it says, "What would you say to my face?" And I woke up nearly fucking screaming. That is the origin of this whole face thing. Because people are like, you're obsessed with faces. Why do you say this thing with the face and subscribe to my face? It all stems from that dream. And I had that when I was like a teenager. So, yeah, that's where that came from, in case you didn't know. So, well, the thing that I wanted to talk to you about, that I actually originally wanted to tell you during the segment, was that I found a great radio station. I don't know if you guys like to work while you're listening to music. It's hard to work and write and listen to music and write, because you get words go in your ear and you try to listen to them, and while you're trying to write words, that confuses the same part of the brain. But I found a really great place called Groove Salad. It's this online radio station, streaming independent, called Groove Salad. If you guys have heard about it, then you know. If you haven't, you should go check it out, because it's really smooth. It's really great for just sitting down and working and doing stuff. And I put the link in the description below, so you can click on it and check it out. And it's totally free. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just click and say listen, and it's great. So that was all I wanted to say during this segment. And Tyro is like, "What would you say to my..." At the time, it scared the balls off me. I mean, I woke up. That was a scary dream, man. A huge jack-in-the-box. "What would you say to my face?" And I'm like, you know. And, but later, as I was telling somebody else the dream, it just sounded funny. As scared as I was during the time, it just sounded funny when I was telling it. So I thought, yeah, why don't I just adopt that? And I started doing that. And I started, greeting my friends, and it's like, "Hi. How is your face?" And listen to my face for just 1 minute, please. And my face is good today. And that's where that evolved from. So now you know, if you didn't know before. Yep, some people are in there. Lazarus saying, "I only listen to instrumental when I'm, and Ryan the Bear is the same thing while you work." Listen, this is great because it's all instrumental music. Groove Salad is all instrumental. Well, at least it's mostly instrumental. If there is any lyrics, it's just some kind of repeating smooth sample now and then. There's nobody actually singing anything significant. It's just it's kind of a jazz ambient fusion that goes on all the time, and it's really, really cool. And if you guys haven't checked it out, you probably should. Derpy says, didn't To the Griffin also come from a dream? Yeah, it did. My character actually came from a dream that I had. People said, "I think that is scary." It was. At the time, it was. I'm glad I was able to actually turn it into something kind of amusing. At least amusing to myself. I don't know if anybody else likes the whole face. But, hey, too, cookies or cupcakes? cookies because I adore peanut butter cookies. Peanut butter cookies are my favorite ever cookies. Oh my God, I love them. However, we're going to talk about more stuff. We're going to talk about Earthships and whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm loving this because I'm getting to talk to you guys more this time. I like this. This is great. We're going to do this more after the break. And it's only going to be a few minutes. Don't worry. I'll be back. Enjoy the song. No, I'm kidding. I didn't forget to. Oh boy, did I get you guys. I hear people screaming out in the channel that DJ Ear is here. Sup, Bun? How's it going? How you doing, Bunny? You still, a douchebag? I hope so. It's good. I'm really glad that DJ Ear decided to poke his nose in if he did. I love the guy. DJ Ear. He was, when I went to California, maybe it's a thing for me that's, I was born and raised mostly in the South, lived mostly in the South. It may just be a thing where, it wasn't the lifestyle for me. I didn't much like California. I didn't like LA at all. The weather was great. Outside of that, nothing really there to keep me there. However, I will say that DJ Ear was pretty much the only thing that me and Toaster Rabbit really regretted leaving. We didn't want to leave him. He used to come over at least to our house, to the studio, at least a few times a week, and he was only a few miles down the street. He'd come over, and sometimes we'd record some Retromania, and other times we would simply sit up nearly all night and just talk. We would just hang out. And he's an amazing bun. He is a very talented bun. And if I can just get him to stop taking jobs for free, he keeps thinking that he's not good enough to actually charge money for what he does. And he goes, yeah, I'll do it for nothing. Okay. And it's like, no, don't do that. You don't work for people for free. Fuck you. You're going to make a lot of people happy. You're going to like bring customers into the place. I mean, the guy actually he actually DJ'd for the Hard Rock Cafe in near Disneyland, and I mean he's DJ'd for Anthrocon. He's been on the schedule DJing for Anthrocon. He's done a lot of really, and he's on a really good actual broadcast radio show in Southern California, so Orange County. I don't know if you guys actually listen to that. It's KSBR. Every Saturday night, midnight Pacific, you guys can hear him, and he'll get on there, and he starts DJing away and spinning some. Usually it's trance. Sometimes it's hard style, even though I don't like hard style. But he's still awesome. He's really, really cool, and he needs to do more stuff. One of the reasons that I've set some goals, like, the 2,200 goal and stuff like that, is because on my Patreon, is because if I can get that, then I can get DJ Ear down here like a couple times a year, and we can sit and like we did the last time, and we can have this like week-long Retromania recording session where we can like record tons of Retromanias and then release them, and you guys get new Retromanias, which we love doing. So, by the way, we have new Retromanias coming out. We have tons of new Retromanias coming out. So yeah, loads. There will be new of those for a while. A Gun Lover says, "Hey, will you be at FWA 2016? It will be my wife. It will be my wife and I's first FWA. If you go, I'd be honored to buy you a drink and maybe pick your brain a bit." I am not sure if I'm going to be at FWA or not at this point. I am. Does two go clubbing at all? Says Tyro. Sometimes. I am cutting my live shows a bit. And the reason why is because I realized I got caught up in doing these live performances everywhere, and I was really neglecting you guys. I was neglecting the people online who wanted my videos and who looked forward to my shows, and those shows stopped, the rant stopped, so I could do stand-up, because you got to be flying everywhere all the time. You don't have time to make videos. I didn't want to neglect you guys anymore. I'm tired of neglecting the people who really write to me all the time and say, I really, really love your material, and I wish you'd come back. So there will still be live shows. I'm fairly certain that I'll be doing live shows at Anthrocon from now until the end of time. And there will probably be a few more places as well. But they're not going to be nearly as prominent as they were. Instead, I'm going to be here doing the show, hanging out with you guys, making gaming videos, making new rants, and doing all this stuff. Derpy says, I wonder if 2 would go to a Memphis fur meet if I threw money at his balls. No, I wouldn't. And this is supposed to be a very positive show. Therefore, I'm not going to go into, out of character anyway, I'm not going to go into why I will not go to Memphis Fur Meet. That will be for a later conversation, but no, I will not go to Memphis Fur Meet. Hey, 2, have you ever tried root beer before? Root beer? Like actual beer that is root beer? I don't think I have. I have tried actual ginger beer before, and it is awesome. I love that. Hang on. Yep. Oh, yep. Ooh. This stuff right here. Basically, let me describe it like this. You take a drink of this, and it goes into your mouth, and through your taste buds, it communicates telepathically, I'm beer, bitch! That's what this does. It's like, I'm a beer. Ooh. Boy, is that beer. Oh, Clockwork Wolf says, I love your live shows. I've never been to one, but I get them from YouTube. Yeah, I'm not going to stop doing live shows. I enjoy them too much. They're too much fun. I love doing them. But I'm not going to just be doing them 3 times, 4 times a month. No more of this, gone, only home for, a handful of days every month. No more of that. I'm done with that. Jonathan says, do you want to train? Why does this not surprise me that you're asking me this? It's really real now. It's a real train now. I has lots of trains just sitting on the shelf, and I'm going to put them away. You can has a train. Let me set up a post office box. I need to do that. And so maybe you could send me a train. Because if you send me a train, then I will put it with my gifts. I got a shelf of gifts and that people have given me over 20 years, and it's stuffed full of gifts, and I remember every single one of them, and I remember every single person who gave them to me, and I love the fact that people would want to even give me gifts. I love that. Uh-oh, this sounds serious. Silverlight. Unicorn. Hey. Hello, my first Patreon. Silverlight Unicorn was my very, 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 very first patron. As soon as I launched it, it wasn't 2 minutes. Silverlight was on that shit. On the subject of root beer, look for Not Your Father's Root Beer. Same company that makes Not Your Father's Ginger Beer. Since I know you've tried and liked alcoholic ginger beer. I've heard of that before. I was almost going to buy it, but the guy at the counter, I was like, this is like beer, root beer? He's like, yeah. And I was like, is it any good? And he was like, eh. So I was like, okay, maybe not. But you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have trusted other people's opinions. Maybe I should have just gone with my own self and tried it anyway. Hey, 2, how quick do you think you'd survive if telephone invaded your show? 0, none. It would be over right then. She would go, whoop, squee, and it would be done. The show would be over. It would be done. That's all that would happen. Because she would steal my soul. And she would steal all of your souls. 2, any plans on inviting special guests to the Beercast like Uncle Kage, for example, says Whale Rules. I would love to be able to do that. I want to be able to do that. I would love to get some special guests in here now and then just to hang out with me and hang out with you guys. If I could get Uncle Kage down here, I totally would. Problem with Uncle Kage is he is a very busy bug. I don't know how he does it. He's just constantly on the move. If he ever had the time to be able to fly here and chill out for a weekend or so with me and do a Beercast, I would love to have him down. And, so that's definitely a possibility. Or telephone. I'd love to have telephone here. Telephone sometimes comes here. Sometimes she comes to my house. The next time she comes to my house, I will put her in the studio with me, and the show will be over. It will just be nothing but telephone going squee and being cute. And that is all that is need to have. That's all that is need for happiness, is watching telephone go squee. Because she's so good at it. Let's see. Lazarus says, explosions everywhere, people screaming if telephone invaded. They would be explosions of fairy dust. They would be explosions of unicorn farts. They would be the cutest explosions you have ever seen. Explosions of hearts and glitter. 2, I'm hungry. Can you turn this into a cooking show? I could. Actually, I planned on doing... Let me toss an idea by you guys yet. Okay, I've never told anybody about this. But what would you guys think of a To the Ranting Griffin cooking show? Now, this would actually take a lot of production. I wouldn't be able to do these very often, but now and then I would. And it would be basically To the Ranting Griffin making food. And you know how To the Ranting Griffin is. So what you do is you take the meat and you grind it. You grind it like your enemy's balls. And then you pound it. And now this egg. Cut this egg just like Mommy used to cut you. And smash and you start smashing things and throwing things. However, the recipe will actually be valid. It will actually be something that you can do and make some decent food. That was an idea I came up with. Actually, me and Toast came up with that idea about a year or so ago. And we haven't been able to do it because we haven't had the time. But a To the Ranting Griffin cooking show where he just constantly, while he's making it, he constantly sits there and rants and screams over what he's doing. I think that would be kind of funny. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. Oh, yeah, and Jackie Foxbutt says, as your boss, yes, bosses. I have bosses now. Some of you are in the channel. Hello, bosses. I am your humble servant. Canton needs this in his life. Hey, too, how about getting interviews with members of your family on the show? Don't know how much that's going to happen. My family and me don't, most of my family and me don't exactly get along. And even if we did, they're kind of far away. So I don't know how plausible that would be. But you guys are making me skip the whole... I was going to tell you about Earthships. I have always wanted to build a house. I don't know how many of you guys out there wanted to build a house. I've always wanted to live in a house that I knew every nail and every stick and everything that I put it up and I designed it. And there's this style of house called an Earthship. I've left a link in it down below so you guys can look at it. But if you've never heard of this, you should check it out because it is a completely self-sufficient house that you can build basically out of garbage. That's not a joke. Out of old tires, old cans. And self-sufficient does not mean primitive because these things are very advanced. You can have internet, you can have electricity, and you can have a sewer septic system, and it's all self-contained. You do it all on your house. Just literally sits there, has no wires, nothing. Unless, of course, you want cable and internet. Yeah, you got to kind of have a cable for that. Other than that, the thing just sits there, and you can build this house yourself. Not only are they cheaper than normal houses, but maybe you might need a couple of friends for a couple of things, but other than that, you can build this house all by yourself. And they're amazing. I want to build one. I don't know if I'll ever get the chance in my life to do it, but they're really, really fascinating things. And if you care to check it out, then look into it. I put a pretty good link. You can download plans and all the information that you need to learn how to build one of these things online. So you could literally, save up, a little bit. It is kind of a significant amount, but it's a lot less than a house actually costs. And you can just get the materials and build this thing on your own. You can just build it, and you can just build a house and then live in that house, and that is your house because you built the house. There it is. You built. Okay, that was my second die for the show. Great Giraffe needs some beer. What do you think, Great Giraffe? Bree! I think he likes it. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, here in just a minute, few minutes, a little bit of a break, I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to read some emails. There are a lot less pictures this time and a lot less emails this time. Somebody suggested that I put the email link in the description below, so I did. So just in case, it is 2beercast@gmail.com. I put the link down there as well. because I thought maybe people maybe not know where to write. So please write all your email. It's good. I love reading them. Love talking with you guys. Look at all the brie. 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 Press B for brie, says Whaler Rules. So give me just a few minutes, and more of your pictures, and God, potent stuff. I will be back very shortly. What would you say to my face? Oh, I'll tell you what. Sorry if I'm getting a little bit goofy, but I've only drank about half of this beer, and it's starting to knock me on my ass. This is a pretty potent beer. Ooh. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh man. Derpy says two probably have snow. Yeah, we do. We're this part of Colorado because of the mountains and because okay, when I walk out into my front yard, I am standing at pretty much 7,000 feet. That's where I am on my front yard. So yeah, we get snow here. Not nearly as bad, by the way, as Michigan. I saw somebody in there's like, I'm from Michigan. Not as bad as Michigan. I remember living in Michigan, and after January, you don't see the ground for another 4 months at least. And so, but we do get snow here, and we get it pretty early, and it does happen. We has the snow. Let's see. Somebody said, I'm finishing a bottle of Lauder's Scotch here. Scotch is good. Scotch is one of my favorite drinks. I love that stuff. Johnson, what would you say to mine? What would I say to your face? I would say, dude, you're awesome. And trains are cool too. I like trains. Holy crap. You're an awesome dude. And I would say to everybody's faces that they should take what they love, just like Jonathan does with the trains, and they should make something out of it. They should do whatever they feel they should do with it. They should absolutely go with it and turn it into something, turn it into a project, a hobby, something that they love to do, and then stick it out there and see who likes it and see who wants it, because it's such a different age now than when I was growing up. Because when I was growing up and there were artists and people around, there were always media companies that would decide for you, such as radio stations, what music you should be hearing or what movies you should be watching. And now that we have this wonderful, huge, global system of communication, we don't have other people making those choices for us anymore. There aren't people out there deciding, well, we think this is what's best for you to listen to, and we think this is what's, even though maybe it's not. Anyone can actually go out there, put their stuff out, and anyone can hear anything from anyone. And it's like we fucked the media companies. We did. We just, with the internet, we're like, screw you media companies. We don't need you. I can make a thing, and I can put it in front of everybody in the world's eyes, and they can decide whether or not they like me, because I don't need you to choose whether or not they'll like me. And this is why musicians and artists and comedians, people like me, this is why we're able to do this now, is because there is no more media company choosing what you should listen to. And that is, to me, amazing, because it means that me and you and everyone can all take what we're passionate about, and we can do something with it, and we can put it out there. And if there's anyone in the world that actually enjoys it or wants to see it or wants more of it, they can find it and they can look at it, and they don't need anybody to say, well, you don't want to watch that, you want to watch this. And they can go, I want to watch with this. It's there it is. I can do this. And that's amazing about the internet to me. I love it. Oh, the internet, and Pebbles says the internet killed television. Oh yeah, TV's done. It's done. It is over. I mean, honestly, when most of you, I'm sure, will agree with this, when's the last time you turned on a TV? I mean, like cable broadcast. When, other than maybe the local news, when do you really watch? Nobody watches TV anymore. And even then, if there's a show on TV that you want to see, you just wait and watch it on the internet. TV's over. It's done. Just like radio. Radio and TV is done. Internet, that's what it's going to be. It's all about communication, man. Radio killed the soapbox star. Internet killed the everything star. That's what happened. Internet killed all of it. Because now everybody is able to do whatever the hell they want to, and anyone can see it on the planet. And that is absolutely amazing. That's just the best thing ever. I should probably get to the emails, or otherwise I'm going to run out of time. Emails from you guys. McCresh says, I like to write fiction in my spare time, and not to brag, I'm fairly good at it. That being said, I have a bit of a dilemma, and it has to do with pronouns. Uh-oh. In just about every instance of the words they, their, and their, the apostrophe, etc., I have encountered growing up, it's always referred to more than one person. But now, those words are supposed to be used when referring to a single person of ambiguous gender or a person who is otherwise indecisive. To add to that, people say that this is a known usage of these words, historically and technically. As a writer, this confuses me greatly. I've always written from my gut, and when something doesn't feel right to me, I can't make myself write it. I just cannot wrap my brain around the idea of using the word they instead of him or her, no matter how much I try. Since you're an English major, and I do have a degree in English, I was hoping you could help me with this. Is there any real truth to this convention? If so, are there any alternatives? Thanks for your time. This mail was sent from Noah. My heart, my boobs, and don't make me show you the scary nipple. I will show you the scary nipple. My boobs sympathize absolutely with what you're saying. I know what you mean. However, no, they're correct. This is a proper use of English. And the way it works is, when you don't know if something is a him or a her, you're talking about a person that is not unidentified gender. It is absolutely proper in English to use the phrase, the word they. Even though that generally means more than one person, no, you can do that. There's this person. This person committed a murder. What did they do? They committed a murder. Unless you know it's a he or a she, then it's she committed a murder. Until then, it's they committed a murder. That is absolutely perfectly. Think about it. Themself. What about you don't know the gender of somebody. So what did they do? They killed themselves. Guess what? There's no such word in the English language as themself. It's themselves. So you can literally refer correctly in English to one person as themselves. I know it seems awkward. The only other alternative is to use it. And people, strangely, don't refer to other people as it. If it's a puppy, if it's any animal, even a baby sometimes, you can say, okay, look at the puppy, isn't it cute? You can't do that with a person. Look at that person, isn't it intelligent? No. If you don't know their gender, this person over here, aren't they intelligent? That's the best we got. English isn't perfect. It's really not. Maybe we need more pronouns, but that is simply the way it works. Not terribly fond of it either. In fact, that's something that I've sat and gone, really? Does this make sense? Why? But it's the way it works. And so, yeah, that is actually valid. Sorry to say. Dear 2, this one is from, the last one was from Agresh. This one's from Noah. Dear 2, I recently lost a friend. I hadn't known him long, but we were really close, as in, only person I've ever cuddled with on purpose close. We weren't together. We had no feelings for each other. And even he told me that he didn't find cuddling sexual at all. On November 3rd, it's a real letter now. He sent me a letter after he no-showed on me, saying that he had some stress of his own and didn't think he'd be very good company for the while. He asked for a week of solitude, but he never got back to me. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't function very well. In a lot of ways I won't go into, his disappearance taught me more about him and a little about myself, and even showed me some things that he might have been trying to teach me when I knew him. So I decided to give up on this completely, trying to find him. It was poisoning all the good memories. There's still a hole in me, very deep, slightly bloody hole in my heart, and I'm in a state of almost constant subconscious pain, though I never let it show. Is there anything you know of that will help me? I'm a little confused, and I gotta say, I like the idea that you're, letting go of this because it's poisoning good memories. But if I may go back over this for a second, you hadn't known him long, but we were close. And then you say, we weren't together, we had no feelings for each other. But then you say that after he left, you couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't function very well. It sounds to me like you're confused about whether or not you had feelings for him. Because at first you say you were really close, then you say you have no feelings for him, then you say after he left, suddenly you can't eat and you can't sleep. So I'm wondering, and don't take this the wrong way, I'm wondering if it was just this person that you wanted to be with, or if you just wanted to be with a person. Because it sounds like you don't know whether or not you were close to him, but you enjoyed and really held on to the companionship of someone else. So it seems to me like, and, it just, take this with a grain of salt. It seems to me like maybe you weren't close to that particular person, but maybe you really liked the idea of having a person that was with you. And if that's the case, then I would say, if this person wants to be gone, then let that person go and find a similar situation where you can be with a person, because it doesn't seem like it was that particular person that you wanted to be with. You just wanted to be with a person. That's just from what I'm seeing here. Silver Gatoman. You say, sorry if this ends up being too late for the week's Beercast. I think it was. I just wanted to help spread the word as much as I can that Furry Unlocked, formerly known as UnthroCon, is looking for con staff members to keep the con going in future years. I would love to attend this con sometime in the future, and it would be sad to see it end before I have the opportunity. If anyone is interested, more info can be found at furryunlocked.com. This was almost an advertisement, but not quite, because it's about a fur con and it is a volunteer situation. So if any of you guys are interested, go look. This is from an unsigned person. It says, did I tell you that in Mexico, in Thanksgiving, instead of turkey, we celebrate it with tamales? No joking. I hope you put the derp eyes on telephone eyes. I really like watching the Beercast. He's Beercast. I mean Beercasts. Even if I've never tasted a beer before, also brie. I did not know that they celebrated Thanksgiving. Well, I didn't even know they celebrated Thanksgiving in Mexico at all, because it's kind of an American holiday, as when the pilgrims with the landing on Plymouth Rock and all that stuff. But I got to tell you, if they celebrate Thanksgiving in Mexico with tamales, I'm all for that, because tamales are fucking good. I love tamales. You will rarely find a food I don't like. I love almost all foods, but some of them stand out a little bit more than others. Tamales are amazing. I love tamales. I will eat all of the tamales in the world. Do you have a tamale? I will eat it. It's like, I have a tamale. No, you don't. Because it is in my face. That's how that works. I'm such an alcoholic. No, I'm kidding. Next one, also from Unsigned. First off, I want to say I really enjoy the Beercast. I almost said the Beercast again. Beercast. It's nice to find a way to. It's a very nice way to wind down the week. I've been going through some lame personal stuff lately that has landed me living alone in a big house all to myself. Oh, you poor thing. Can I move in with you? It gets really quiet here, and when I tune into the Beercast, it actually does feel like I'm hanging out with someone other than my cat. Cool. I like that. I want that to happen. You mentioned in your first episode that you wanted people to use the show as a way to quell loneliness, and it's really accomplishing that goal. I'm really glad for that. That's really all I want to. I would love for this show to be a thing that people listen to when they don't have anybody else to talk to, and they're in the middle of the night, they're lonely. Because I want to hang out with you guys. I want to make sure that nobody here is lonely, you know? Lonely is terrible. I don't want lonely to happen. Silverlight Unicorn is not you're an alcoholic when you have to drink. I can stop anytime I want. Anyway. Lightning Turtle says, so I got online ordained about a year ago for shits and giggles. And now I want to use my title to marry anyone who wants to in the name of Great Giraffe. Bree! Great Giraffe. Bree! Anyone can do this, by the way, he says, and often for free. Yeah, they can. The important question, though, is, what should I be calling myself? A pastor, a priest, a grand fuzzy bottom? You would be, okay, a priest in Great Giraffe religion would be an exalted fuzzbutt. Those are our priests, the exalted fuzzbutts. Wait, is that good? Yes, Great Giraffe says that is perfect. Exalted. Oh, he also says, eat more bacon, and, hang on, and it's okay to masturbate. It's right from Great Giraffe. I don't make this stuff up. So, yes, exalted fuzzbutts, eat more bacon, and it's okay to jerk off. So says the Great Giraffe. Bree! Okay. I've got some artwork. Some of you guys sent artwork in to me. I'm going to show this to you. This is the first one. This comes from Chibbity. Also wrote a letter, said, a longtime fan of yours who've been listening to your rants for since they started coming out on your website. It's been forever. And I still listen to this day for a good laugh. I'm really happy to know that I can enjoy an hour or so on your Beercast each Thursday because it feels like a blast from the past, except from the future. Anyways, with that said, I felt pretty silly for not dishing out some fan art in all this time, so I guess you could say that you're due for some. Fine, sir. I never ask for any fan art, but I gotta admit I really do love it when you guys take time, to actually send it to me. I love this stuff. I was particularly inspired by your previous stream with Toaster Rabbit and the Carrot Ale. Oh boy, this stuff was vile. And I decided to whip up an image in remembrance of that. I hope you like it. Here it is. This is what it looks like. Don't know if you guys saw this, but yeah. What is this abortion of alcohol? And it was too. Next one is from Drag Rock. And this is a rock dragon, he says. I really like I do like the mountains. I do. By the way, I'm going to go back to this one for a second. That is just an excellent picture. I forgot to mention that. I love that picture. It's even got a little toast in it with a hat on that says Brie. But yeah, I love it. It's kind of somber a bit, but I like it. The next three are actually from John. Train Guy. Train Guy actually, he's an artist. He doesn't think he's a good artist, but he actually makes art. And Train Guy sent in some art, and he sent in this cat, which, I don't know, he almost looks like some kind of fantasy story cat. He sent in this, which definitely looks fantasy story because they're in radiation suits hiding in some kind of thing. And there's definitely a story behind that, it looks like to me. Oh, stuff's a little hard to swallow. And he sent me this. But train with bunnies. Of course, train with bunnies. You know he loves trains. Now, I'm terrible. I'm horrible. I'm really, 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 really I'm so sorry for this. The next two of them I got over Twitter, and still getting used to doing all this stuff. I didn't note down the names of the people who sent them to me, and I didn't even know if their Twitter names were their actual names that they use. So I don't know the names of the people who sent these. I don't know the artist names. But I at least can show these to you. This one got sent to me. It's a chibi-me. It's a chibi-me. I think it's cute. It is adorable, even though it looks mad. Oh my god. It's like, I will eat your brains. That's what he's looking like, is I will eat your brains. Because brains. And I love that. It's totally awesome. And there's this one, which also came from Twitter. And it is telephone. In Giraffe, we trust. Brie. That is such an adorable picture of telephone. And I love the way the wings are disconnected. It's so stylized. It's really such a good picture. And I'm sorry I don't know the names of the artists that sent these. I really am. I lost track. I will not do that in the future. I will make sure that I don't do that anymore. And finally, from Undying Kitsune, and this is something that I may need to use somewhere. Because this was drawn just for this show particularly. And I've got to find a place to put this. I may put it on, I don't know, the intro to the show or whatever. But yeah, that's going to go somewhere because that is I love that. It's an amazing piece of fan art. Dig it. Awesome. Thank you very much. And back to me. I have to hit buttons to make it come back to me. Sorry about that. God, the Beercast is over. It's almost over, and I'm gonna have beer left over. Jesus, is that a crime? Should I be able to finish this beer before the? And I know you guys are gonna be like, chug. No, they're gonna. Oh, my God. Send all of your pictures in. Send more pictures for what you feel is the new year or anything in your life. And if you want to email into the show, then please do it. Email is 2beercast@gmail.com. I've really had a fun time hanging out with you guys. I always do. And I'm sorry if I didn't get to your letter. I see that, Derpy. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your letters. Sometimes there's not the time. There's literally 20 seconds left in the show. And doesn't mean I didn't read them and I didn't appreciate them. But do keep sending them in because they make the show. They help make the show happen. And your photographs too. And I will see you guys again soon in a new Beercast. Later.